failure. It's always a learning lesson. But you
Right.
have to fail. Nobody just literally wakes up one day like, woo, I'm going to get 50 customers today, right? It's that
Yeah.
stepping stone. It's like you've got to take the stairs. So just
Okay.
try to eliminate that word.
Okay.
Okay. And those are just blocks. It's like you're trying to protect yourself by saying that over and over.
All
And
right.
so just like I have these conversations with my granddaughter, like if I can hear them, I'll like stop my get your doubt jar, sister. Because they all have to have doubt jars. If they say anything negative, they got to write the word down. And the other day, my 5-year-old granddaughter, or she just turned 6, said something, and I said, "Up, put that on your doubt jar." She goes, "Grandma, I know this sounds like doubt, but I really don't know how to spell the word."
Yeah.
Just sound it out, sister. We'll figure it out. And so because I'm trying to break their patterns, right?
Yeah.
We all can do hard things. So
Okay.
anyway, go back to your question. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, that's just my biggest question with my content. And I usually in real life I don't use the word struggle, but in my mind when I'm creating content, I'm thinking, how can I offer this when I haven't made the money yet?
Ooh, good question. Oh, I love that question.
That's
Okay,
it.
so
That's the down and dirty.
no, I love that. I'm so glad you asked that. So let me share this with you because when I discovered the digital marketing space, I literally had the wind taken out of me in network marketing.
Hmm.
Earlier that summer, yeah. So I had got my income to about 7,000 a month working my face off. Literally. The time I sacrifice is just, oh, the thought of it, all those young years with my kids. And
Yeah.
the company did a corporate call. And we were like, this is it. This is the tipping tone, the tipping point to 6 figures. And they actually said they were too loose with the comp plan. And they changed this one bonus. My income before the end of the call dropped to 3,000. And I was tired. I'm talking, I was mentally, I was emotionally, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. But I didn't have a choice because I still at that time, well, I had still what, 4 kids, 3 kids, 3 kids in the house, and they depended on my income. And I was tired. And so I mentally had to get out of that defeat. Right. And then I opened in a new territory, which was the digital marketing. And I'm like, I don't know anything about tech. I don't want to learn tech. I'm going to TikTok. I had every stinking thinking. So this is what I said. I'm just going to see what I can do because I know if I continue to do the same thing, I'm going to get different results. But
Mhm.
in my head, I'm like, well, why would anybody listen to me? I've literally
Yeah.
been a failure. There's other people having success in network marketing. And so maybe I just suck, right? I'm just telling you what was going through my head.
Yeah.
So what I did is I think I talk about this all the time. I go back to the day I discovered the blueprint. It was literally on Facebook. And if you go to my Facebook, you see that I'm barely on Facebook. And I remember it was actually the only reason I was on Facebook that day is because my son, we were hosting the cross country dinner at my house. I do stories. I grabbed my phone, I took some stories, and I laid my phone down to let the stories upload. About 2 hours later, my granddaughter hands me my phone. She goes, "Here's your phone." Well, of course, when a 4-year-old hands you the phone, you're like, oh, where's she been? Right. And it was still on Facebook. And so, of course, what do? You scroll a little bit, and it was Carissa. I never met her. And I'm getting to my point, I'm telling you this. And I remember seeing her post, and I remember how it made me feel. She was my hope dealer that day. It wasn't a video, by the way. I'd never seen a video understanding this digital marketing process, but it was no MLM, no monthly expenses.
Mhm.
And when I started looking into digital marketing, this is what I said. Oh my gosh, there's people all over the world making money in this. If they can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. So I want you to start telling yourself, Jody, if they can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, I can do it. And so that's what I did. So every day I would prime my mind. I'd prime my mind. Before I showed up on social media, I'd be like, if they can do it, I can do it. Because you guys realize whatever goal you have in your life right now, if anybody's ever achieved the goal, so can you. That's what's so awesome.
You can do it.
And I see people all over the world making money in digital marketing in all different ages. And there was no common denominator. And I'm like, this is awesome. I'm going to be coachable. And so it was never about the money, right? It was always about the impact. And so I just literally went out there on social media and I just started pouring into people.
Okay.
And it was not about me, but 3 days later, I got a sell. No, I remember that video. I was like, oh my God, I had a complete stranger buying from me. This is awesome. And I was like a spaz in a video, which people were like, wow, I think she's like really serious. Like she had no idea she was going to make money. Because I even said in the video, I'm shocked. I just shared my emotions, right? And I think if you go out and do that, because
Okay.
every single business starts with no money, no customers,
Mm-hmm.
literally. And most people start a business because there's something they weren't happy with in their life. So they have a backstory, but that doesn't stop them. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Got it. Yep.
You're brand new today. It don't matter. Every Monday is I'm brand new. I set all my goals on Sunday. I look at all my numbers on Sunday and Monday. I'm like, I'm brand new. I'm gonna go be the hope dealer out there and give hope in the world. And I was more relatable, Jody, when I was stressed and I was broke and had no money. I'm not relatable now. That's why you don't hear my story a lot on social media because I can't even believe it some days. And so you are in the most relatable time, the most relatable spot because it's not
Okay.
about you, it's about them.
Okay. Thank
Okay?
you.
Uh-huh. Got this. All right, iPhone. Whoever iPhone is, you're up. Okay. Well, you must not know it's there. Okay. How do you say your name, Matt? Just help me out. Max,
Maximiliana.
Maximiliana. Okay.
Yes,
I'm gonna work
Hello?
Maximiliana.
on. All right, go ahead.
Do you want me to go ahead or do you want iPhone to
Uh-huh.
go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I was on a call with you earlier this week for the first time, and I was feeling very emotional, and I feel like I have not yet been able to wrap my head around who my ideal customer is because of things that I've had happen. And so when I think about it and when I talk about it, I get very emotional. And because of that, sometimes I feel like I don't know where to focus my content. So I will tell you what in the majority of my videos I've been sharing that I'm a single mom and I help care for my aging parents, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then I think about all the pain that I've been through, which in the last 5 years, I've been through a 5 year custody case. I became a solo mom where no contact with his father. I lost my brother. My
Okay,
dad is
hold on.
in
We're
hospice.
getting into the backstory, right?
Right,
I don't want,
right.
but here's the thing, none of that matters.
Okay,
Because that's not you're trying to create content about you. It's the content is about the story that would relate to your perfect customer. So my best advice I'm going to give you is go back into my 90-day videos and watch
mhm,
them again because I really help you create your story that's not around you. It's around what your perfect customer needs to hear. I would really go watch them
okay,
because that's because you're so in your head. Oh my goodness, I had tons of stories I could share, right? I never shared any of that. Like I never did. I just was like,
okay,
I was stressed, I was overwhelmed. I couldn't believe my life was here. I thought I had more time and money with my family.
okay,
That's it. That was in a nutshell because those were the trigger words. Because I noticed that that's what a lot of moms use: stressed and overwhelmed, stressed and overwhelmed. So
okay,
I'm starting my content with stress and overwhelmed because they're going to be like, she gets me. So
okay,
that's what it's about. You're too much in your backstory. None of that matters. It's literally creating that connection with them with a part of your story. And I think I covered that in like day 4, 5, or 6. And
yeah,
I would watch it probably more than once just to get really comfortable with that and just do that. And I think you're going to take the pressure off of you too, right? You're not going to feel so pressured now.
thank you.
Yeah.
No, I know it's been a lot of pain that I'm still even going through, and it's kind of
Mhm.
hard to separate that from this. But I do totally understand um, what you're telling me, and I also want to make clear that the reason why, and I'm saying this out loud so that I can hear it and so that others can hear it as well. But the reason why I purchased was not because of where I am, but where this is going to take me.
Mm, I
So
love that. That's a video right there, my friend.
thank you. And one more thing. Cuando estés lista para tener el programa en español, yo también te puedo ayudar, which basically means when you're ready to have the program in Spanish, I want to help you.
Yes. And as soon as I have somebody that's making 6 figures in Spanish that can do some training calls, we'll do it. Yep. So there's your
Thank-
motivation to get there.
yes, thank you.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, love it. All right, Jessica.
Hey, Michelle. So I just need help with my keywords for my $1,000,000 message. So
Okay.
I came from 16-hour days, just like you, with health and wellness to now doing this. But I was also tired and exhausted, stressed, and overwhelmed. But at that same time, my husband's job fell through. So I kind of talk about that, So whenever the reality came, is other than the long days, is what I was making wasn't enough, because when it came to me, just it wasn't enough there. We used up all our savings and everything. And that's when I started this and got my first customer in 9 days. And so, but I don't know how to put all that in my $1,000,000 message to get those keywords, because everybody says they say the same thing in every video. And I just haven't got
But
that down.
is all that story is you got to remove some of those so what's in that story, because I don't think all of that would relate to your ideal customer.
Okay.
So what part of that story would make them be like, "Ooh, she gets me. Wow, she gets me." Like what
I guess
part of
I want to talk to more of the burnout network marketers, because there's so many out there, and I've gone through that, 5 years of it. And then, just like you, they can change anything at any time. And, they've done that. So,
Yeah, exactly. And so instead of saying burned out network marketers, because sometimes when somebody has been dedicated to network marketing for a while and you say that, they might try to defend it even though they are burnt out. So say it without saying it. Like me, I could have easily, I didn't even build my business going after network marketers when I started, because I had a hard time even saying that industry because I was like, I cannot believe what had happened. But if I would go back again, I would have literally said stuff like, I found out, for years I did network marketing and thought it was cool, to be able to build a team, but I didn't realize I was just a contractor and I had no control over my income. At any time they can come in and change the comp plan and you have no control. And that's what happened to me. My income went from 7,000 to 3,000 by the end of that corporate call. Anybody that has made any type of money in network marketing is going to be like, oh, wow, I get that. Yeah. Right. Or they can change a formula and a product that totally just dumps a company, a
yeah, it's the
company.
ingredients.
Yeah, it is. And so to me, those are the type of stories that it's called the lesson learned content. I'm going to create content about lessons learned. And that creates that connection. Because,
Okay.
man, and right now we need to help network marketers more now than we ever needed to before. I mean, look how many companies are going to the affiliate and they don't even give their leaders that dedicated their heart and soul to them. They don't even give them nothing. They just, I mean, they don't even give them time to like, oh, you have 30 days before you are going to go from 20,000 a month to 3. Like, it's just so wild to me. And they're okay with that, right? And so to me, it's like we need to get louder now more than ever before. So what I would do is I would kind of do that happy, sad face like I did. What are the problems that your perfect customer faces, and what are the solutions? And that's the content I would go in on.
All right. So as I started getting my customers, I wrote down like because they all come in there and they share what they're struggling with. So I have all of that. I can, I have a whole stack here of everybody that's complained about something, and I just write it down. So I was trying to do content around all of that as well, but then I kind of felt like it was all over the place.
Right. Look at the 80-20. Look at what are the most common questions you're getting.
Okay.
And that's the most important, right? I mean, because you probably look at all of them, like there's a lot of them pretty common, and just focus on that. The ones that are just, yeah, go through that. But to me, I would go on that journey. What was it for you? Why are you here? And how does that connect with what your perfect customer wants?
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. That Hakira? Is that how you say that?
Hello, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello. I have a question. I started 3 months ago. Um, like you said, I have two accounts, one in French, one in English. I have a lot of leads, probably around 600 leads from just one account. The other one, Michelle, I don't know. I'm working even more on this one in English. I know people understand me. So I'm trying, working on the hooks. I'm doing the same thing sometimes. I will take the video that works really good in French. I will do in English. Uh, but sometimes I can be stuck at 5 views, Michelle, for like days. I don't know if I'm at the wrong niche, probably. And what I was thinking, it's completely make a new account.
So I would make a new account because you just got to figure out what's broken on your other one. If not, you'll just make a new account and recreate that over there again.
Mm.
And so the only time I recommend somebody create a new account is if they maybe you're selling water bottles, right?
Something else before.
Yeah, and then that doesn't really, but you
Mm-mm.
can still try to work with that audience
Mm.
first before, you go over to a new one. But are you using hashtags?
Yes, I using hashtag, caption, hooks, following the 90 days, but it works pretty good on my other account. I will apply the same thing. I will try different strategy on my English one. For
Mhm.
some reason, I don't know. I don't know.
So are you when you use a hashtag, how long are you using that hashtag? Are you
Well, I
changing?
tried for it to do a week
Okay.
and then change some of the hashtags for another week. Um, And the thing is that I feel like I'm going down instead of making progress.
Right. So are you using a hook? Are you using the
Yeah,
descriptions?
yeah,
You are. How
yeah.
long are your videos?
So 1 minute and 40 seconds, and now I'm really trying to go to stay to not pass 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, right? If especially if you want to deliver it value. But I'm really trying a minute 20. Uh, but really, I don't know. I don't know. I had like no leads from this account. Absolutely none.
Are you getting any type of engagement at all?
So yes, I have some engagement, and that's what I want to ask. I have a lot of people say like, I love your content. It's special, but they all say the same, and then they send you
okay,
DMs.
block them. Yeah,
Block them.
block.
That's what I
Yeah,
do.
because yeah, just block them. And
Yeah.
so yeah, try to retrain your algorithms. Um,
So
yeah,
the engagement I have, it's from people inside the digital marketing.
okay, and that's good, right?
Okay.
Because that
Okay.
gives you credibility, right?
Okay.
For example, if you have a video not getting a lot of views, but getting engagement, people
Yeah.
that see your video are gonna be like, oh
Yeah.
wow, she's
Yeah.
important. That just gives you a layer of
Yeah.
influence.
Okay.
If nobody's commenting, then there's no
Yeah.
influence. That's why it's bizarre to me when people don't want to follow other people in the community. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's what builds your influence and your
Yes.
credibility up, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
other people are commenting, strangers are going to be like, oh, okay.
Yes, and they confirm what you're saying. So
Exactly. Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been posting 3 times a day since I start. I never didn't post stories too, promoting webinar, but I don't know, it won't. For some reason, it won't. At 3 months, I had 600 followers on this account, and my other one, I don't know, 2,000 and more. But I don't know what to do anymore on this account.
So, and how, have you created, how many videos a day are you creating over there?
Sorry?
How many videos a day are you posting over there?
Three. Three.
Three? Are they the same videos on both channels or not?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Okay. And how many views, like the ones that you posted yesterday, how many views did you get?
10. I got 10. This morning I got 5. I, I don't know. I don't know. I
Have
don't. That's why I was
you
wondering if
went
I'm.
inside of here? Have
So my
you
3 videos, I had 11, 13, and 10 yesterday. This morning I had 91. Not too bad. Yeah.
have you went inside of where it says the little stack up here? The little, the three little stack. Have you clicked on that? And have you went inside the TikTok studio? And have you clicked on account check and have it run a
Account.
check on your account?
No, I never did that.
You
So
might try
you
and
so
see.
you go on, you said TikTok Studio,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
Account
check.
check. Now it's running an audit on all my videos to let me know if there's anything wrong with them.
Oh, okay. No, I never did that and I don't know what. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. Yes.
See, and it
Yes.
says account is in good standings. So maybe you're holding your content from being pushed out because maybe something's wrong. So just
Okay.
that's what I would do. Okay, my other question I would do is, are you posting about the same time every day?
About, I would say an hour difference, it can happen, yes.
Okay. And do you look at what country your videos are going in?
Yes, I always post United States.
Okay. So,
I go live every other day on this account because I do one in French, one in English. So I go live every other day because I can with 600, they let me go live. So I go live.
mhm.
Yeah.
So you are putting an area in though.
In what?
You're putting an area in when you post your video? You're
What
not
is it?
leaving it open? You put a country in?
On my, when I post a video, yes, I always put United States.
Okay, try it without putting anything and see what happens.
Okay.
Just see. Maybe that's doing, you know what I mean? Maybe your algorithms aren't over in the US, so maybe just try nothing and see what it does. I'm just curious and let me know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm curious too because really I'm trying. I see
Yeah.
that my other thing I'm trying to apply and it's working. I have great engagement and stuff. I try to do the same here, but for some reason. But I'm gonna try that and I will let you know. All
See,
right.
something that I always do, right? Everything is fixable and
Yeah.
everything is figure outable. But here's where a lot of people they try to fix everything at once. So it's like,
Mhm.
okay, because I asked you about the hashtags and asked you about all that, asked you about the descriptions, asked you about the hooks, you did all that. So
Mhm.
like, okay, well, let's not put US and see what happens. Try that for 7 days. If that doesn't change anything, well then let's try to figure out another solution. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense totally. I didn't think about try that.
Yeah. Let me
Thank
know.
you so much.
Yeah, let me know. I'm curious.
All right, I will. You have a good day. Thank you, Michelle.
Me too. Now, you guys always try not to fix so many things at once because then you never knew what was broken. So if it happens again, you're just like, well, I don't know, right? So always try to be solution based off of one thing and try that. All right. I do have to leave here in a minute, so hopefully I can get a few more here. Veronica?
Hi, Michelle, can you hear me?
Great.
Great stuff. So glad to be on here from South Africa. So I just feel like I'm a bit in my head at the stage still, and I've done a lot of the training on the perfect customer, creating content, all of that, following the 90 days.
Okay,
And
so
I'm
what's your
battling
question
with
for
my,
me?
pardon?
What's your question for me?
I'm battling with my content because I was a banker for 21 years, but I've been a stay-at-home mom for 18 years.
Yeah, just
Oh,
give me
18
I don't
18
need an
months.
answer. Just your question.
I'm trying to understand which customer do I focus on my content? Who do I focus on? Because it's
Okay, so
it's like
today
it's
it's not
fuzzy.
about perfect customer training because that is pretty detailed, right? I'm just talking about like content.
Yeah, so creating content for the perfect customer in that sense. So
Okay. Are you
I'm
watching
battling.
my 90-day videos? Because I literally cover this. Like I cover
Mm.
like how to find your perfect customer, how to create content for your perfect customer, and how to craft that story around your customer. So what I would do is it sounds like you're still struggling with that. I would go back and watch those videos again. That's why I try to keep them to like 5 to 10 minutes. Because sometimes you need to hear them more than once. Like right now I'm listening to 2 videos. And I've literally listened to the same video the last 4 days, every single morning when I'm getting ready. It's like a 32-minute video. I've listened to it every morning, 32 minutes every morning the last 4 days. And and you know why I'm gonna listen to it again tomorrow? Because I take notes every day. Based off of my notes, I know if I need to move on, and my notes are different every day. I'm like, oh, I'm learning more every day from that one video. And so I don't want people to like just rush through that content. Like if you're struggling with your perfect customer and content, I'd go back and watch them again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Just
see, that
something.
my concern is I'm getting very low views at the moment and very little engagement. Just hello, darling, beautiful, whatever. I'm like, just go away. I don't want to. I don't want that engagement. So that's frustrating because yes, there's a little bit of engagement, but all the nonsense that I don't want.
Okay,
So
so
yes, and I just block.
we gotta get rid of these words, right? Because
Yeah.
frustration and no views, you're never gonna show up as the person that can get views. Like I
Okay.
never paid attention to that. See, you're focused on the outcome instead of just doing the activities. I know that's so hard, my friend, because I know, but I just was like, no, I got to get better because social media does not discriminate. It doesn't work good for some and not for some. It works great for everybody if we can learn to master the algorithms, if we can learn to master our message. But if we're telling us that I'm stressed, it's hard, nobody's watching me, you'll never create content with compassion and empathy that will attract somebody.
Okay.
Because
Thank you.
because you're like, in your head, you're like, I mean, my content don't work, but I'm going to create this video anyway, right? I don't want you to do the work to do the work. I want you to do the work to do the impact. Does that make sense?
Yeah, what you said to Tranisha as well made a lot of sense. So if I can really just implement that empathy as well.
Busy energy always feels disappointing. When you just stay busy to be busy, it's always feeling disappointing. Just like I've been doing coaching calls inside my mastermind, and it's like, okay, let's get the clarity. I'm going to help you with the strategy. Then you got to execute because you know what to do. But somebody that's like just busy energy, just like I'm busy doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, and this isn't working and this, man, there's always disappointment behind that. But when you just have one or two things to focus on. And so what I would do, first of all, is I would literally go back to the 90-day videos and just watch the video of your perfect customer training until you get it. And don't overthink it, my friend. And then I show you how to create your story based on them. I would watch them, and then you need to go all in on that. That's your clarity, right? Follow that and go, that's your clarity. Go all in on that for this 90-day run.
Yeah. Just one question, Michelle, the 15 to 20-second videos that we're currently focusing on, by when do we now change it next week or so that we go, because I'm literally now doing book, solution, and CTA, so trying to push it into like 15 to 30 seconds. Do I go over to longer videos next week?
That was just a challenge that day. That doesn't mean you got to keep on doing that.
Okay, so it's not for the week or
I'm trying to
so,
get people to get the so what's out of there and try to just kind of speed up a little bit and just, stop overthinking it.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for being on. I know it's in the middle of the night there. That's awesome. That's dedication. Woo, I love it. Okay, you guys, I do got to go because I'm actually 2 minutes late for another Zoom I need to be on, so I need to bounce off of here. Thank you guys so much. This will give us 24 hours. It will be uploaded in the replays. Go to the classroom and go to the Monday and Thursday replays, and it will be uploaded there. Hopefully this helped you guys. And we're going to be doing more Q&As like this because I want to help you make 2025 the best year of your life. Have an awesome day, everybody. I'll see you later in the community.